What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah, and today we're going to be getting a little bit spoopy and digging back into the dark, dank, horrific forest that is the Verrotwood. Before we do that, if you haven't, please consider checking out the links in the description or smashing the like, subscribe, share buttons, as it really does help me get these games out to more people. And then let's go take a look at the board and the scenario for the Unholy Labor for Verrotwood. Welcome back to the Verrotwood, my friends. We are going to be playing the Unholy Labor scenario today. So we've got our Flask Moor in the middle with her two birthlings. We have my Cult arrayed across this southern edge. We got 4 turns here, and the goal is to kill the Flask Moor and as many of her birthlings as possible. The Flask Moor will activate twice in a round. The birthlings will each activate once. In the bag, we've currently got my tokens, token for the Flask Moor, tokens for the birthlings, and tokens for an event. So, turn 1, let's get into it. And I have 28 ritual points, which will go to 32 at the beginning of turn 1 because I am devout. Event. She goes to the middle of the table, but she was already at the middle of the table. So she just stays where she is and births another birthling, newborn. Vertin will be next. Vertin is going to move into the forest and then lash out with her whip at one of the newborns. Game, you roll d10s equal to your stat. So I've got 2 decks. They've got 1 defense. And you just take the highest number. Crit. So they're 1. Crit always hits, and then the weapon will have a crit effect. But that's going to kill one of the newborns. Next, newborn. Newborn model will move towards the closest cultist that it can see, which is going to be here because Vertin is behind that rock. It comes trundling. Next, more Flask. Flask Moor. Next, Imric, the Bearer. Imric is going to move. Summon the greater avatar of Shalek. Next up, Strom the Mighty. Another ritual here, and this is one that I haven't used yet because I feel like I haven't been in a good situation to use it. He is going to use Berserk, which will let me make a free run in melee, and then if I kill the thing, I can make another free run in melee. 7 ritual points remaining. Run in and swing. Straight 1-to-1 roll, so I just gotta hope I do better here. I do not do better. Next draw, Summon will get to activate. Favored child will burrow forward to consume that newborn. 3 defense 1. Dead. Mushta will be next. He's gonna run to provide support to Claustrum. Dug in turn 1. Last up will be our Flask Moor, closer to Vertin. 3 against my defense 2. I got a 10. No damage, they miss. Whew. And we go to turn 2. Some things I just noticed, he shouldn't be able to be here because he has a mount and it's a forest terrain. And he should have had 2 strength on that swing, but these things happen, especially when it's been a while since you played a game. Let's draw a token for round 2. Newborn will swing. That newborn is currently latched on to Claustrum because he was the first one there, so that's who he will try to bite. 2 versus defense 2. He got it, so that'll be some damage. 3 damage on Claustrum. Chip or Summon will activate. Go to the Flask Moor. Strength 3 on the Summon, the greater avatar, but I get +1 because another friendly is engaged with it, so I get a flanking bonus. It has a heavy blunted weapon, which is 8 damage. Flask Moor has 30 health. Imric is next. We're going to twist the fates with Imric to give him a free reroll. Now, the way it's worded, I'm not sure if this is just for the rest of the game they have a free roll or if they get 1 free reroll. I'm going to play it as 1 free reroll. If that's incorrect, let me know in the comments. Back to 7 ritual points. And he's just going to move out to the middle. Mushta is next. He's going to try to beat the newborn that's latched on the Colostrum because he's got flanking. Got it. Knock that baby right the heck off of there. And move to the middle. Oh, I did a bad thing. It was supposed to be the Flaskmore. So Emmerich's actions remain the same. Flaskmore will go now. That's my bad. Or we'll figure out who it's going to attack, and even will be Verton. It wants to attack the summon that just clobbered the snot out of it. That'll do it. So for 7 damage. 7 because it was a crit, because of that 10, and the crit effect is +2 damage. Flaskmore will go again. Criteria. This time it wants a piece of Verton. A 9 will save me. Event. The Flaskmore will go back to the middle and birth a newborn. And that newborn will activate. And latching onto him. Against defense 2. Oh no, wait, the white ones are mine. I'm good. Will move up through the woods and shoot at the Flaskmore. Crit. Let's go. 9 more damage. Next is Colostrum, who's gonna use a free action to burn some incense to give himself gain 5 RP, which he's then gonna spend on Berserk. Running in to slap the newborn first. Newborn slap. Slap successful. Now for the Flaskmore slap. Crit. Let's go. That is 9 damage and they'll go prone. 8 damage and they go prone. On to turn 3. Shta will go first. Move in on the Flaskmore and then roll 2 on 2 because of the flanking bonus. And that is a miss. Flaskmore will go next. It will be Mushta. Even, she wants a piece of the one who just cracked her here. I'm good. Flaskmore will go again immediately. Who she goes after? It'll be Colostrum this time. Again remains 3 on 2. Ooh, and will get me that time, but not a crit, so 5 damage? 5 damage. Emmerich will sally forth. He does not need to move because his pole arm has a range of 3. So he's just going to stand still and take his shot. 3 on 2 because of his mount as well as the flanking bonus. Crit. 4, 6 damage. It's at 25 and has 30. That will end Flaskmore. Mission accomplished. So we're going to get 100 favor for killing the Flaskmore and 15 favor for every newborn that we killed. We killed 4 of them, so that's a total of 160 favor, plus the 49 that I already had, puts me at 209 favor. Then we're going to go explore the forest. To do this, we have a full deck of cards minus the jokers, and we're just going to flip the top one and then consult the chart. King of Diamonds. Dense green fog rolls in, and it will prevent all ranged combat in the next encounter. Of that 150 favor, or 209 favor, I'm going to spend 150 to increase some stats. It costs 50 points to increase a stat by 1 to a max of 5. I'm going to give Emmerich, Colostrum, and Mushta all +1 strength, so they can swing a little bit harder, hit a little bit better. No injury rolls or anything to make because nobody died. And that, my friends, is going to do it for today's adventure into the Verrotwood. Thanks so much for tuning in, hanging out. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.